Are you ready to start your business, but you feel like you don't have any time? In today's video, I'm gonna share with you 4 ways that you can make time for your business. And if this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach and I help women make more money by creating a profitable business from scratch. And time management is something that we have all struggled with. I struggled with it when I was in high school, when I was in college, when I was running this business. But these 4 tips have helped to ground me and really find the time that I need to do what I want. So let's just dig right on it. So tip number 1, you have to decide that your business is important enough for you to make time and find time for it. Because people find time for the things that are important to them. So if starting this business, growing this business, maintaining this business is truly important to you, you've got to sit down and make a decision. My coach always says you decide and then you act as if it's already happening. When you decide that it's going to happen, you decide that it's important, it's going to happen. So I need you to sit with yourself and really ask yourself, is the time that I'm ready to start this business important? For some of us, it may not be. Life may be crazy, your 9 to 5 may be crazy, and today may not be the best day to start your business. But if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and not actually running the business or not starting the business or not making money from the business, and you're like, screw that, I'm ready today. Today's the day you decide that it's important to you and you're gonna make time for it. And then we're gonna do step number 2. I like to call this a time audit. It can be a little bit annoying, but I want you for a couple of days, at least 3 days, a week if you can. A week would be better. I want you to audit your time. I want you to every hour write down what you're doing. So are you traveling to work? Are you picking your kids up from daycare? Are you cooking dinner, prepping dinner, cleaning the house, working on your business, cleaning the lawn, doing laundry? You want to write it down every hour because you really need to get an accurate depiction of how you're actually spending your time. Because a lot of times you think you're doing some things and you're really not. If you have an iPhone, I encourage you to go and look at your screen time and see where it's spent. So when I see a lot of my screen time is in my camera or in my Slack or in Voxer, it means I was talking to clients, I was recording content, I was responding. If I see all my screen time is in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, yes, I go live, weekly, but most of that is me aimlessly scrolling. So when you do a time audit, you can see what is really sucking up your time. And you can ask yourself, is this the best use of my time? Is spending 15 hours a week on TikTok when I only was live for 3.5 hours, is that the best use of my time? I can tell you right now, it's not. I think an allowable amount of time for scrolling is about an hour a day. 30 minutes early, 30 minutes at night. For me, I really don't need to do more than an hour of scrolling because then it just turns into a waste of my time when I could be doing something else that's more productive. It doesn't even need to be business. I could be spending time with Kinsley. I could be spending time with Bay. I could be deep cleaning a closet that needs to get cleaned out. I could be reading a book. I could be mopping the floor. I could be doing my hair. There's so many better things that I can do than to scroll aimlessly on social media. Now, if I'm following up with DMs, I'm responding to comments, I'm posting videos, that's different. But most of that time is me aimlessly scrolling, and I know that. So when you do your time audit, if you look at your screen time, you can decide 15 hours is too much on TikTok. I'll give myself 4 hours a week to go live. I'll give myself 1 hour a day to scroll. That's 11 hours. I literally can get 4 hours back just like that. Just by looking and reallocating my time, which is tip number 3. Reallocate your unproductive time. So when you do your time audit and you write down every hour what you were doing, and you realize that you spent 3 hours on the phone talking to friends, and you did that like almost every single day. You realize that you spent 4 hours a day scrolling on social media, and you did that every single day. That's about 6 hours in a day that you can get back. Now, I should have said this at the beginning. I suggest if you are starting a new business and it is like your side hustle, I suggest 1 hour a day to your business, and on your off day, at least 2 to 3 hours. So I suggest anywhere from 7 to 8 hours a week, you should be investing into your business. Whether that's research, setting up a website, making products, reaching out to clients, whatever it is you decide. 7 to 8 hours a week. We spent 6 hours a day talking to friends and going on social media. So 7 to 8 hours a week. So 1 hour a day. Can you find 1 hour a day bare minimum? I'm not saying you can't do more, right? If you have 3 or 4 hours and you're like, I want to work on my business 3 hours a day, you do that. But I want you to reallocate all of that unproductive time. Anything that you looked at and you're like, that wasn't the best use of your time. And you can also look at your time audit and realize, do you have time in there for self-care? Did you see your kids? Did you see your spouse? You can look at the time audit, and not just for business. You can make sure that the things that are important to you are getting the time. And we're just not allowing ourselves to watch 6 episodes of a Netflix show every single day. I'm not saying you can't do what you want. But again, back to number 1. If you decided that your business is important, you decided that your family is important, where are they on this time audit? And also yourself. Where is your self-care? What are you doing to keep yourself energized and refilling your bucket? So this time audit can help you not just for business, it's gonna help you in life. So once you've done your time audit, tip number 4 is the tip that has saved my life. You've gotta put it on your calendar. Most of us run by our calendars. And I'm gonna say something that is sad but true. When I have a commitment to someone else, I'm always showing up. A meeting with my coach, a call with my mom. I need to call the doctor. I need to call one of my electricity or the phone bill or something because something screwed up on the bill. You got to fix something. If there is a time commitment with someone else and I have to show up or be available, you put it on your calendar. But if your business, you decided that your business is important and you want to move the needle on it, you've got to show up for yourself in that same way. You have to show up for yourself in the same way. So I would encourage you to put the time that you're gonna work on your business in your calendar. I have one of my clients in the Side Hustle Society right now, and we spent probably 6 or 7 weeks of our 3 months together, first round of the program, really helping her with her time management. She had a business. She had everything she needed for the business. She just wasn't making time for her business. She wasn't making time to clean out her craft room, go through to see what she had and what she actually needed to buy when it came to supplies. And then sitting down and decided, this is when I'm going to work on this. This is when I'm going to work on that. This is when I'm going to do this. But she showed up to every single coaching call. So I told her, treat your work in your business like you treat the coaching calls. You always showed up. You always have questions. You're always engaging. You are the star student. So now put that same energy into your business and you will see the results that you desire. So put it on your calendar. Make it important. And a kind of bonus tip is give yourself a plan. I also suggested to the same client, give herself a weekly checklist. What are the top 5 to 7 things that you want to do for the week? So that way, when you sit down to do your work in your business, you're like, here's my weekly checklist, and you can go in order of priority. So maybe in that first day, you get 2 things done. Maybe the next day, you only work on half of one. The next day, you do a whole task and a half. So you have a plan and you know what you're working on. Versus sitting down and being like, what am I supposed to do today? What do I need to do? And then that will waste your time. Make a list of these are the things I want to do for the week. And then every time you sit down and you're like, oh, it's 7 o'clock, time to work on my business, you can just get it done. So these are my 4 tips to help you make time for your business. I would love to know down in the comments if any of them have stood out to you and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. I definitely suggest everyone do a time audit to make sure that you are having enough time for yourself, for your life, for your spouse, for your kids, for your business. It will open up your eyes and check your screen time to see where you've been spending all your time. So yeah, I would definitely like to know down in the comments which one of these tips was the most helpful, your biggest takeaway. I can't wait to hear from you. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.